Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your love reading for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. So the first one that you got is Imagine on your side. So it says here, in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now's the time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. So it's either that you're meeting someone new right now where you're like, oh my word, like this person is like a dream come true, or with your person already, you're kind of like, this is how I picture our relationship going and this is what I want as the next step and like that type of thing. Or it could be someone that you like trying to reconcile with and you're like imagining them coming back into your life and being like, I'm so sorry, how did I ever leave you, that type of thing. Sorry, there's a bit of a bug and I don't like killing things. I'm so sorry about this, Gemini. Okay, so then we have the here and now, and it says here on their side, it's easy to yearn for a love affair or friendship you may not have right now, one that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach, yesterday cannot return, the now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you're a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. So your person is more focused on what's happening right now, but they could, it depends on the situation. If this is a situation that this is someone that you've only just met, they're kind of trying to see, what's happening right now between the two of you and just focused really on kind of getting to know you and trying to possibly, they could be recovering from something from the past in some way. Not that they're clinging on to it from what I see. It's more about like trying to release that and, move on in a positive way. If this is someone that you are in a relationship with, they could be thinking about, the good old days and how it used to be so fun and you guys used to be so much, so attracted to each other, couldn't keep your hands off of each other and things were just fantastic, romanticizing the past in some way, but then needing to kind of focus on what the relationship is right now. But you both seem to want more romance either way. And then for an ex, it's kind of like them trying to focus on, they focus on the good old days that they had with you, but they're kind of like, okay, well, what is this present situation and how can I be present right now in this moment? So with the full moon in Aries, this is the situation, and it says here, fiery climax approaches. So it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between you, what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create a way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind and smile and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby, sorry, but this could be the issue and you need to have more fun. So I do see that, that there could be a disagreement between the two of you guys at the moment and you guys are both kind of like, well, this is what I want and maybe what they want is they're pushing back in some way, and it's kind of causing a clash between the two of you. And maybe that's why you guys are like, well, I remember when you used to like care about what I want and wanted to do things my way, or I remember when you used to, actually consider what I have to say, or something along those lines. And then we have giraffe spirit, and it says here, see the big picture. So giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. when giraffe spirit appears, it's a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view, open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing, and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level, and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. So basically your advice is to try and kind of see things from their perspective and look at the bigger picture between the two of you. And that will help the situation here, rather than fighting it about how you want it all the way that you want it. It's about compromising, really. And the only way that you can compromise is probably by looking at it at a different view. So let's see. Okay, so I want to see for Gemini, what is Gemini's feelings towards their person, Gemini's person's feelings towards Gemini, the situation, the obstacles and blockages, their next actions towards Gemini, as well as the outcome over the next 2 weeks and the overall energy. Strength, Leo energy is your feelings. Queen of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, is their feelings. King of Pentacles is the situation, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 10 of Cups is the obstacles and blockages. 6 of Pentacles is their next actions towards you. 5 of Wands is the outcome. And the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck as the overall energy. So I do see that there is a wish for a new beginning between the two of you. But you guys kind of want everything, like you want the full picture. You want to see their side of what happened, or you want to understand where they're coming from, type of thing. But you also feel like you need the truth. And you feel like if this person is not bringing you the truth, then you don't want to hear it, basically. But I do see that there is a new start here, that you guys are both wanting this new start of maybe seeing things differently, or having more communication, or being able to understand each other's perspectives. Okay, so we have the strength as your feelings. So Gemini, I do see you feeling like, you know, here's something that you need the courage to say, or something that you need the courage to do, but you're kind of maybe holding back at this time because either you feel like you don't have the self-confidence or the bravery or something to get through this, or to say this thing, or, you know, act in this way, or that type of thing. So you are holding back at this time until you've built up your confidence in some way. But I do see that you do have a lot of love for this person, because it's taking you a lot of courage to get past this point. Then we do have the Queen of Swords. So they're feeling that either you are like trying to protect your heart right now, and coming from a place of like logic, and they could be feeling as well, like I did say in the beginning, they might be recovering from something from the past. So they're also maybe just looking at something very logically rather than making decisions from their heart right now. I do see that they also don't want drama when it comes to the two of you. They feel like, you know, that you guys can get on the same page as long as you guys can kind of see things clearly and communicate clearly with each other. But they don't want the drama. They just want, you know, let's look at the situation and what makes sense, and let's kind of move towards that. That's where they're at. Then we have the King of Pentacles as the situation. So you guys could be in a committed relationship already. Otherwise, that's kind of on the table. But the King of Pentacles seems to be like a good time within the relationship, like looking at things practically, maybe providing for each other, you know, being in a place where you know that you can rely on this person. It could sometimes be that, you know, this person could be more focused on money matters or work more than they can be on the relationship. Maybe they're a businessman, or they're, you know, a businesswoman or something like that, that they're trying to kind of get to the top of their career in some way. But mostly I do see that this is probably a relationship where, you know, that you guys both see that this could be something real and stable. So tangible. So 10 of Cups is the obstacles and blockages. So either it's that, you know, your families don't like the person that you're trying to kind of see if there's something going on there, or they don't love your person or something like that. Or it could be that you have a family with this person, but connecting right now is not really working. Like maybe you guys are unhappy at the moment, which maybe one person's unhappiness is kind of like rolling over on the other person's unhappiness, and it just seems like you guys aren't going through a good time right now, maybe just being on different pages. And then we do have the Six of Pentacles as their next action. So they do want to bring balance towards this connection. They want to kind of be generous towards you with their time and their effort and their energy to try and see if, you know, you guys can get back to a place of, you know, like going around this cycle again. They do want to be with you forever, you know, because they see the potential of what you guys could be together, but it's kind of like they want the equal give and take of this. And then we have the Five of Wands here. So the Five of Wands is about conflict. So there is some sort of arguments or tension between the two of you at the moment. And I probably do see that, you know, either they feel like this is, you know, this drama will continue in some way for a bit longer. Otherwise they might feel like there's competition in the way that they feel like they need to fight for your attention in some way. So we'll get a clarify on that. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers for you, Gemini. So I want to see, what is the Strength card? Seven of Wands in the reverse. Kind of feels to me like you've given up on the fight. Like you're kind of like, I just need to kind of be strong. I need to make sure that I'm not reaching out right now. You know, if you feel like things were unfair in the past, you're like, the only way to balance this out is for me to pull back my energy in some way. And then we do have the Queen of Cups. You have a lot of emotions, but you're really holding back. So there's a lot of love for this person, but you're not really expressing that at this time. So what's the Queen of Swords? Is their feelings? Two of Wands in the reverse. So they're kind of not making any moves or planning anything until they can see things clearly. So I think that they want a clear situation between the two of you. Like they want to have a communication or conversation with you where you guys are both honest with each other before they actually decide what plans are coming forward. Look, we have the Queen of Swords in the shadows again. So definitely focused on clarity between the two of you. And just coming from a place of, you know, being protective. So what is the King of Pentacles? We have Death in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like also there's a lack of change in this situation, or maybe a resistance to change, to bring in some sort of happiness between the two of you. You could be wanting, you know, a committed relationship with this person, or you're in a committed relationship, but in order for you guys to be happy, there has to be drastic change, but no one's willing to make that change. Maybe set in your ways, possibly a little bit stubborn, you know, because the King of Pentacles could be, in its worst case with earth signs, can be very stubborn because they're very much, you know, like they like their routines and stuff. And if their routine is messed up, you know, then no, we're not in a good place. But I do see that, you know, you guys do want to be happy with each other, but no one wants to change to bring this happiness towards, you know, connecting on some way. So what is the Ten of Cups? Page of Pentacles. Firstly there, and then we have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck as well. So I do see that, like, you know, someone needs to kind of put in the little bit of effort, even if it's just a little bit. And I do feel like possibly Gemini could be on your side, not to call you out in any way, but with the full moon in Aries, it did say that maybe you're being a little bit too much me. So, and your advice is to see the bigger picture and look at something from their perspective, you know. And that's not to say that they're fully right or anything. It's just that, you know, Spirit is kind of guiding me to tell you that you do need to put in a little bit of groundwork here to see what's going on their side, as well as, you know, they, at the moment, you guys are, I feel like you're in the situation, Gemini, where you're like, but I'm right, so why would I say sorry, or why would I back down, or why would I agree to disagree when I'm clearly being logical here? Like, it makes sense, you know, the way that I'm being right now. And it's kind of like maybe just dropping the swords and like stopping the fight and trying to kind of give up in some way. Like it's not giving up in the way of like, you know, well then I give up on this person. It's giving up in the way of like, I don't want to fight anymore. Like, let's just agree to disagree for our own happiness, and I'll put in a little bit of work towards that. So what's the Six of Pentacles? Three of Wands. Yeah, they definitely want to come towards you to bring balance, but they are trying to be very patient with you. They're waiting to also see what is it that you do before they come forward to offer you the time and the energy and the effort, but they are planning on what their next moves are. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, they do want to approach you. They are highly attracted to you, but they want this relationship to go forward in a very positive sense. Like, they want to be motivated towards making this or they are motivated towards making this relationship work, but they're hoping that you will be motivated to making it work as well. And maybe working on a shared goal together, like you guys together working on your goals instead of focusing on individual goals or something like that. Like they want to be, it's you two against the world instead of you two against each other type of thing. So what is the Five of Wands? We have the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, Five of Cups. And then the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it could be a little bit of a rough week for you guys. I do see that there's a lot of focus on the past as to why things didn't work out. So this is what I'm getting here. The drama continues because one of you or both of you are not able to let go of what has happened, and in order to move forward, like there has to be like forgive and forget energy type of thing. Otherwise you're not going to be able to move forward to the Two of Cups, to that connection, right? So you have to give up the fight in order to and let go of the past, of what's already happened, and focus on the here and now for the future. Because if you stay in this energy, you're literally just going to sit there dissatisfied with this opportunity that's being offered to you here of you guys reconnecting in some way, or being on a good level, or coming into alignment with each other, you know, but you're too focused on the Three Cups that have spilled over there and over there, focusing too much on those cups and the past and things that have already happened and what could go wrong and the negativity of it all, that you're not seeing the opportunity here. So let's move on to the oracles for Gemini. Okay, so I want to see what is Gemini's feelings towards their person over the next 2 weeks. Shocking, turmoil, trouble, and unexpected. So you're in a very kind of fiery energy, and you just could be reacting to situations, but you're also shocked at how, you know, they're kind of not backing down in some way. Pride, we have arrogance, ego, and stubborn. So you are definitely sitting in your ego rather than your higher self, which it did also say that you look at things from a higher perspective. And, you know, everyone gets like this, Gemini. We all do. Like, we're human at the end of the day, no matter how healed we are. Like, we all have an ego still. And it's not to get rid of the ego fully, because the ego is there to protect you. But sometimes, you know, you might need to just drop the situation and agree to disagree. So what is their feelings towards Gemini for the next 2 weeks? So we have 2 of them coming out here. We have confessions, unveiling, coming clean, and messages, and ghosting, disappearing, and invisible, and running. So I just feel like at the moment, maybe there was some situation where either you or them kind of ran in the situation, feel like you weren't able to kind of face the truth or face this circumstance or something like that. But they do want to bring you clarity, and they do want to come forward with the truth here and to discuss, you know, what's going on, and hopefully that you guys can see things from a different perspective. Okay, so what is the outcome between these two over the next 2 weeks? We have emotional storm, turmoil, unstable and affected. And at the bottom of the deck we have lusting, forbidden, non-committal and sexual energy. So it's like you guys are like not in a very good place with, like I said here, that there could be some too much focus on the past of like things that have gone wrong and the drama and all of that stuff, that it's actually affecting you to the point that you're unable to look into the future. But you guys are definitely still attracted to each other, still wanting each other. Like that's not going to go away. You guys do still want to come into like union together, or to be with each other, or to hook up with each other, whatever it is. But you guys are both very focused on the dramas from the past. So let's see for Gemini. So what's coming for Gemini over the next 2 weeks? Okay, so we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it definitely could be someone new. And maybe these things that are going on is like the fear of, you know, who's going to reach out first, or that type of thing. And from the past, like maybe they've had some sort of argument, or you guys have had an argument or something like that. Otherwise, it's kind of getting to relearn each other, or like getting to see things from their side. We do also have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So there's definitely a big message here about this past that needs to be released here. So what else for Gemini? Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there could be, like we did see that lusting energy over here. So you guys are definitely still attracted to each other. You guys could be maybe in a sexual relationship, but not really committed just yet, and that's maybe what's causing issues. And then we do have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So it's kind of about, you know, you guys do need to kind of get to know each other and forgive from the past, but you also need to kind of not be blind to any issues that could come up in the future. But basically this reading is very much telling you about that you need to focus on the here and now, not the past and not the future. Okay, so let's see for Gemini. Okay, so this is usually for people in separation, so please only take what resonates here. We have I love you. We have I don't react when people mention you. Let's get one more for Gemini. We've got 2 more anyway. I know I was a distraction from your pain, and you speak to me through music. Bottom of the deck, I'm afraid to contact you. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again either next week for the general messages, or the following week again for your love reading. Take care.